What's going on, people of YouTube? My name is Jose, and I just wanted to quickly make this video here showing my 2023 gun collection, and we'll get right to it. This first here is a 1955 Russian SKS. This is my most recent purchase. This is indeed chambered in 7.62 by 39, and safety check. Nothing in the chamber. You can't tell, but there's nothing in the barrel. And I paid, I believe it was 1,100 bucks for this one here. And we'll do a nice trigger pull as well. Next one here is going to be a German Mauser. This is a Car 98K with the hoop on the end of its sight there. I don't have the the bolt with me now. It's upstairs. I have to find it, but we won't be able to do a trigger pull on this one. This is a 1944 German Mauser. For this one, I paid $2,000. I got it on Gunbroker. Came from Colorado. Up next on my list is going to be my Sam 7SF. This is a Bulgarian-made AK. Go ahead and do a quick safety check. Nothing in the chamber. No magazine. And I haven't done much to it. All I did was add a mount rail. I did have an EOTech on it, but I've moved it since to another firearm. And we'll get you a nice trigger pull on this one as well. This one I paid about 2,300 bucks, Sam 7SF. Up next, this one is a Russian SVT-40. This is a finished capture. And this is also, I believe, 1941. Nothing in the chamber. Nice, beautiful wood finish. It's held up really well for its age. And we'll get you a nice trigger pull as well. Chambered in 7.62 by 54R. This one I paid nearly $4,000 for. Moving forward, I don't quite remember what the year for this Lee Enfield is. But it is during the lease lent program. As you can tell, again, it is empty, nothing in there. And if I flip it here, you might be able to see if the camera focuses where it says U.S. property. This one I paid 1,200 bucks for, and it's real nice. I like it. Let me go ahead and pull the trigger for you. Up next is a Ruger LC carbine. This one, I don't quite remember what I paid for. I'll be honest with you, I've got a couple guns. I'm not going to quite remember, but I'll try to get an accurate answer. This is chambered in 5.7. It comes with sights from factory, and it's got an ambidextrous safety lever, and I believe the charging handle, you can change it to either side as well. And it comes with textured grip from factory, which is real nice. And again, safety check on this one here. Nothing in the ejection port there. No mag, and we'll get a nice trigger pull here. Next one is a 1943 M1 Garand, chambered in 30-06. This I also paid $2,000 for. This one came from Colorado, off of Gunbroker as well. Oops, there we go. Nothing in the clip. There is no clip. Nothing in the barrel, and we'll try not to get Garand on here, and we'll get a nice trigger pull as well. My first rifle, this isn't my favorite, but it's not bad for what I paid for. I paid 150 bucks for a 1941 Turkish Mauser, chambered of course in 8mm, and bolt action. Nothing in there. Nothing in the barrel itself, and we'll get a nice trigger pull on this. Mola Vepr RPK, chambered in 7.62 by 39, comes with the bipod. As you can see, I've added an optic, an ACOG by Trigicon, and was my favorite shooter up until my next gun that I'm going to show you. It is a beautiful shooter. It shoots really well and very reliable. Again, No magazine, nothing in the chamber. Magwell is empty. And we'll do a nice trigger pull. This one I paid 6,500 bucks for. Molot Vepper. This is what replaced my favorite firearm. This is an FN Scar 17. I love the muzzle brake on it. It just diverts the gases left and right, and I'm that asshole on the range. You know, people always look at me because those gases are expanding left and right. This one is chambered in 7.62 by 51 NATO, and do a safety check here. Nothing in the magwell, nothing in the chamber. We'll get a nice trigger pull. From what I remember, I paid about 3,500 bucks, and I added just a bipod to it so far. This next one, I paid a little too much for it for what it is, but that's okay. I actually paid for the authenticity rather than the gun itself. This is a 1944, I believe, Mosin Nagant. It is an M44 variant or model, and chambered in the notorious 7.62 by 54R. This one does come with the bayonet. All matching, nothing in there, nothing in the chamber. We'll get you a nice trigger pull, and we'll also see those, well, the authenticity I was telling you about. Here's the trigger pull. That feels solid. And here's what I was talking about, that paperwork here. This is a transfer paperwork from the Department of the Army, and this was back in December of 1968. I've got the other piece as well. This other one is a war trophy registration / authorization with the matching serial number on the firearm itself. Up next, we have another Molot firearm, Vepper firearm. Now, this one I paid pretty cheap. I think at least I paid 1,800 bucks for about 3 months ago or so. But it was butt ugly. It was disgusting. It had a nasty green grip here, and it just had a disgusting handguard and upper handguard rail as well. And I've replaced it since. It's not the prettiest. It's a little sloppy, but I had to work with what I could. And again, 1,800 bucks, not bad. I chambered in 5.45 by 39, and it is a Vepper rifle. Nothing in the chamber, of course. Nothing in the magwell. There's no magazine. We'll get a nice trigger pull. This here is my 1941 Walter PP, and this is chambered in 32 ACP. There is an official round for it. I just don't quite remember what it is, but 32 ACP is a lot easier to come across, and also its name, of course. And again, matching serial numbers. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magwell, and we'll get a nice trigger pull as well. This is single action or double action. This is single action here, and then double action. Next up is my Smith & Wesson Model 69 5-shot revolver, chambered in 44 mag. As you can see, the cylinder is empty. Oftentimes, by the way, I'll see people spin the cylinder and snap it shut. Big no-no, you don't want to do that. But anywho, this is single action, double action. I think the only complaint I have about it is that my front sight is gone. I've contacted Smith & Wesson, and they were so kind to send me another. I just haven't added it, but it did knock out for whatever reason. And single action, double action. Here's single action, trigger pull, and here's a double action. Up next is my Desert Eagle by Magnum Research. This is in chrome. I believe it's polished chrome, the official name of it. And this one here is chambered in 44 Magnum, and it's just a beautiful firearm. Every time I take it out to the range, people are just staring at this. I mean, it's beautiful. Excuse me. Nothing in the chamber. Magwell is empty. There's no magazine in there, and of course, get you a nice trigger pull as well. Springfield 1911. This was my very first pistol. actually my very first firearm, and you'll see that I did something rather ridiculous. I've added a gold plating to the trigger itself, the second safety here, the beaver tail, and the trigger itself, along with the slide stop and the mag release, and the barrel itself is gold plated. At that time, I don't know what I was thinking, but it's okay. Nothing in the barrel, nothing in the mag well. It's empty. And we'll get you a nice trigger pull as well. Time for everybody's favorite firearm, Glock. This is a Glock 19. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy. Haven't done anything to it. I mean, this is what I use for concealed carry. I mean, I think it's the perfect size here. It's ideal. It's not too big, it's not too small. Sure enough, you could go a little smaller if you wanted to, but I think generally speaking, this is a great size. And we'll get you a nice trigger pull, as if you haven't heard one or felt one already. Last but certainly most not least, my 500 Smith & Wesson BFR by Magnum Research. This thing has a massive 10-inch barrel, and if you see some of my shorts, you can see quite a few people trying to shoot it, including someone bonking their head. This is a 5-shot single action revolver, and you can tell here there's nothing in the chamber, nothing in the cylinder. And we'll shut this here, and we'll do a nice single action. Here it is. Here's the trigger pull. That feels solid. Alrighty, well, if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know down in the comments. Also tell me which one was your favorite. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.